Okay, we are live. I'm just going to let the stream breathe for a second here, make sure everything is stable and ready to go across YouTube. Welcome in, guys, to the Denver Broncos Syndicate gut reaction of this ugly loss. Denver Broncos lose to the Carolina Panthers 23-10 in Charlotte. All I can say after this one is this, guys. There's no justification that you can keep Nathaniel Hackett after this game. You just can't justify it. Offensively, we completely crapped the bed. Our only touchdown came in garbage time in the fourth quarter when Carolina had the game well in hand. We got ourselves in third and long situations from the beginning of the game. Russell Wilson was underwhelming once again. Our run game had one of its better days, but still we didn't commit to it, especially in key moments. I mean, there's one critical third down I can think of where we should have called a run, but surprise, surprise, shotgun, pass, 3 and out, punt. Where have you heard that one before? It's a rinse and repeat cycle of just really, really painful ugliness, quite frankly. And I don't see a way out. Russell Wilson, we're married to him until 2025. So we have to find a way to extract the best level of play out of him, and it's clear that Nathaniel Hackett isn't going to do that. The Denver Broncos have now fallen to 3-8 on the season. Any chance that we had of the playoffs are gone. That was clear weeks ago, but any slight sliver of hope that we had is now gone. One thing I do want to say, though, guys, is thank you so much to everyone who helped us get to 1,000 subscribers. We'll jump into some stats here in a minute, but in the stream, we were able to hit 1,000 subscribers here on Denver Broncos Syndicate, which is a massive, massive achievement. That now means we are one step closer to monetization. We just need a few more watch hours to get there, but that's one step closer to me being able to fill my long-term goal and dream of being able to talk Broncos full-time. So thank you so much, guys, for that. But meanwhile, let's get into some box score stats here of this really, really ugly game. Russell Wilson, again, was really underwhelming. He went 19 for 35 through the air for just 142 yards, averaging only 4.1 yards per pass, one touchdown, no interceptions. He was sacked 3 times for 17 yards, had multiple passes batted. Again, that's partially on the offensive line, partially on Russ. And had a passer rating of just 73.8. He was thoroughly outplayed by Sam Darnold in this game. Darnold had he went 11 for 19 through the air for 164 yards, one touchdown, no picks, an average of 8.6 yards per pass, and a rating of 103.8. It's kind of sad when you get outplayed by Sam Darnold. Sorry about that, guys. I didn't have my headphones on. I couldn't hear that. Rushing, we were outgained on the ground. Carolina had 46 total carries for 185 total rushing yards. Deontay Foreman, their lead back, with 113 rushing yards, averaging 4.7 yards per carry. Latavius Murray, although he did have a solid 52-yard gain, overall was underwhelming again on the ground. 13 carries, 92 yards, but when you factor in or take away that long gain, that's still not a great average on the ground. Obviously had the 52-yard long. Kendall Hinton got a reverse for 14 yards. Marlon Mack, 2 carries, 7 yards. Russell Wilson, 2 carries, 8 yards. Our receiving core in particular in this game was really underwhelming. We could not get receivers who could get separation in this one. Courtland Sutton was our leading receiver of the day, 6 receptions for 75 yards. Kendall Hinton followed behind, 5 receptions for 35 yards. Brandon Johnson, the rookie, did have his first NFL touchdown, 2 catches, 10 yards, and the touchdown. Otherwise, nothing really of note through the receiving game. Each team did have a turnover in this game. Denver had 2. Both came on special teams, and then Carolina had a special teams turnover. Denver had a special teams turnover. Owen, welcome in, man. Yeah, we lost to Carolina, and it wasn't even close. We got blown out by the Panthers. The score got a little bit nicer when Denver got a garbage time touchdown, but yeah, we got blown out by the Carolina Panthers. And this was a full display of why Nathaniel Hackett cannot continue to coach this team. We came out completely flat in the second half. The play sequencing once again was terrible, even after Nathaniel Hackett relinquished those duties over to Clint Kubiak. Just a ugly, ugly sequence of events, guys. It's terrible. Moving back over here to Carolina through the air. DJ Moore had 4 receptions for 103 yards and a touchdown. Their passing game was efficient. They played clock control football. They ran the ball well. Carolina thoroughly dominated us in this game. Coming over here to the team stats. Denver with 246 total yards as compared to 349 for Carolina. Obviously, Denver losing the turnover battle. God, no kidding, Owen. Absolute toilet bowl. What have our two franchises become? Carolina absolutely dominated Denver in time of possession. 37 minutes and 3 seconds of TOP for Carolina as compared to just 22:57 for Denver. 19 Carolina first downs as compared to 14 Denver first downs. Back over here. This actually was Denver's cleanest penalty game, but we still had 4 penalties for 44 yards. And one thing that's definitely of note here is it seems Russell Wilson may have lost the locker room. There was that point where right after Mike Purcell actually got a penalty, he then got up and screamed in Russell Wilson's face. You could tell that the complacency in the locker room is starting to really set in, and it's not good. It's not good when you have a locker room that's completely lost like that. Denver had 8 passing first downs. Carolina had 9. Most of Denver's came in garbage time. They only had 4 rushing first downs and 2 first downs by penalty. Yeah, cheers, Owen. It's painful. It really is. It hurts. Carolina totally outgained us. They had 65 total plays for 349 yards. We had less plays at 57 and 246 yards. Pretty even in terms of total drives, but Carolina averaged over a full yard more in yards per play. Rushing, they outgained us 185 yards to 121 yards. Again, we were absolutely terrible in the red zone. And that's really all she wrote, guys. Nathaniel Hackett once again put up another display of a stinker. It seems that this locker room has been lost. I don't know where you go from here. I really don't. It's absolutely frustrating. All right, guys. Well, I just wanted to hop on here and kind of do a little debrief of this game. I'm not sure if there's very many positives you can take away from it. An absolute dominating victory for the Carolina Panthers, 23-10. We made Sam Darnold look like a competent quarterback. Russell Wilson, once again underwhelming. Our run game, once again underwhelming. Nathaniel Hackett, once again underwhelming. This whole team is just underwhelming. I really appreciate you guys tuning in. I'm going to go ahead and sign off and try to watch some good football before my stream later tonight. On my main streaming channel, Sparkin Sports NFL, we will be streaming the Steelers or the Eagles and the Packers tonight, and then the Steelers and the Colts tomorrow. So hoping we can have some much better football than what we've been subjected to here in Broncos country. All right, guys, I'm going to sign off here. I am your host, Gage Madrid, saying peace out.